Hello small groups, welcome once again to our wider prayer video for the month of June. We are so excited this month, we're focusing on the topic of mission. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hearing from some amazing pioneers who are looking to head onto mission across seas, and also hear about some mission opportunities here at home as well. So I'm going to start by inviting Roger and George to share a little bit about their journey, where they're at with Lille, and what we can help support them in praying for. So over to you, wonderful people.
Well, thank you for this opportunity to share once again. We feel really supported by you, church, so thank you so much. We've been at the City Church for well over 10 years, and it's been just so foundational to all that we are, really, and being part of New Frontiers. And that's really one of the main reasons why we're going church planting. And God spoke a few years ago, a prophetic word about him giving favour for church planting along the Eurostar line. Just as he used the Roman road network 2,000 years ago, he would do the same again in our day, highlighting this particular man-made structure to carry the gospel to the nation of France and beyond. So we're really thrilled to follow this prophetic word. It's kind of been about 2 years in the making, doing lots of trips, trying to figure out God's will. When should we go? How should we do it? With whom? Etc. And every step he has been faithful. And so we're so grateful because it has been the fruit of your prayers and everyone involved together. We've been so blessed, not only with prayers, but emotional support, prayer support, I said that, financial support, just in every way. You've been such a blessing. But this really is just the beginning. We move on Monday, the 24th of June. We have a house. Thinking of the major things we've asked you to pray for in the past, a job for me. I got a job, somewhere to live. We've got somewhere to live. George has just been offered a part-time job as well, so it's just amazing. Just, thing after thing is just coming into place, and we're so grateful. But as we move, we're feeling more and more the emotional cost of leaving. It's very hard, leaving dear friends and family here. And so we do ask for your prayers, particularly, number one, just emotional stability as we go forward. And as we go there, obviously our primary aim for going is to be planting a church. So we really want to be building good relationships with people there. We've already established good relationships with some of the churches. So we want to be meeting people in our neighbourhoods, in our workplaces that we can reach out to for the sake of the gospel. But it's a tough thing because in France it's a big no-no to speak about your faith in the workplace and schools and things like that. So we need God's way to open up ways for us to share our faith. But if you can pray for those inroads, that would be good. Would you like to add something, my love?
I guess for friends, we've met quite a lot of British people. So that's really nice to have a base of people that we can be like, how do you do this in France? But for obviously those friendships to deepen, but also to meet French people that we can improve our language skills with, have for dinner, and actually have a friendship and a real life. And I think that's it.
That's good, yeah.
Our neighbours, to have good connections with them.
Yeah. I mean, we're church planting. We feel the call of God for this, and a certain element of qualification and equipping for it. But basically, we're just very normal people, just trying to be obedient to an all-powerful God. And so I want you to, just pray for God to do extraordinary things. We're believing him for that. We believe he's promised that. So please pray for us in this. Stand with us. We'll be reporting back with news. You can come out and visit. We've got a spare bedroom. You can come and visit, and maybe God is calling you to come and join us to church plant in Lille. Pray! Well, at the City Church, we're not the only couple who are heading off to far and distant lands. Another country beginning with F is Finland, that we have some dear friends who are heading off to church plant. Dear Kev and Lydia Jones are heading to Helsinki, the capital city of Finland, and their story has been gathering pace. So it's our joy to share a little bit of news about how they're getting on in their preparations to go. They now have a moving date. They'll be moving on the 19th of July, so really not long at all. So do make sure you invite them around to dinner, bless them, and pray for them while they are in this land, because Helsinki is a lot further away than Lille, So I expect they will have few opportunities to pop back. So love them lots while they're here, and set up Skype dates for the future too. But we wanted to pass on some prayer requests for you to get behind them in. They have been incredibly methodical and planned as they have been making preparations to move. I think it was well over 6 months ago, they bought a left-hand drive car ready to go. They've just been systematic in every way, which is all credit to them. And it's really drawn us closer together as two couples in the same kind of boat, pioneering, trying to figure this all out. But we've been so impressed with their zeal and commitment and every step that they've taken. We'd love for you to pray for them as they go, because they will initially seek further fellowship with Christians there. So we really want everyone to be behind them, praying that they would have a good network of other believers that they can meet with, and just see the doors that God starts to open up in the culture there for them to start gathering a group and a people of their own that God's calling them to do. Second of all is the level of the language. Finnish is incredibly hard, far harder than French. So hats off to them. They've got a whopping challenge. So that God would just supernaturally enable them with the Finnish language. Many people speak English in Finland and across Scandinavia, which is a great plus. But of particularly the older generations tend not to speak quite as much English. So they want to be an all-age church, reaching all people. So particularly language level, we expect the kids to start picking up quickly, because kids tend to do that with languages. But particularly for Kevin Lids, and that they would all just start to integrate well into the community through that language barrier being overcome. George?
And just to update that Lydia has been offered a job, which is why they're now going. So that's great. I believe it's in a kindergarten. Sorry, Jones, if we get some information wrong. But she starts, I think, at the end of July, middle of August. So that goes really well and is a great place to work. But I believe Kev will still be looking for some part-time work. So some a good prayer point is to pray for Kev to find something. And as well, they don't have a house as yet. So when they move over, they're staying in a friend's house who are actually on holiday for a few weeks. So just pray that they are able to find somewhere really quickly that is just right and in the right area for them.
So pray!
So far we've been praying for mission across the seas in France and in Finland, which is so exciting. But we could easily start to think that mission is just about going overseas and pioneering like these guys are. But actually Jesus called us to be witnesses to Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria and the ends of the earth. So we're called to be missionaries in this place, in Canterbury and Whitstable as well. And so the last thing I'd love us to pray for as small groups is Love Canterbury. Whether you're in Whitstable or in Canterbury, this is a really important moment for us as a church, because as you know, the building is starting to pick up steam and moving forward. We've had planning permission. We're meeting with the estates department about our lease. And so we're in real faith that this building is going to be a place that can bless this city and beyond for many, many years. And so what I'd love us to pray for is for Love Canterbury, which is happening on Friday and Saturday, the 21st and 22nd of June. And it's going to be an amazing opportunity, firstly, to just bless the community. We're not doing it for any other reason other than we want to just bless the people that live in Wincheap. We want to show them that the church isn't just about getting, but it's about giving. We want to be a people that give blessings, that bless those both practically and spiritually. And so I'd love us to pray for Love Canterbury, that firstly, that we use this as an opportunity to bless many, whether that be by painting their house, whether that be by clearing their garden, or whether that be by praying for them and seeing them get healed of sickness or of disease. And so first thing I'd love us to do is pray for that. Secondly, is I'd love us to pray especially for Rob and Gemma Shillito. These guys have been amazing at organising this event, at just covering all of the dots, at ensuring that everything that could happen is planned and is going to happen well. I'd love us to pray for them, that God would sustain them, that God would keep them motivated, would bless them with physical ability to see this weekend through, and that through those guys, we as a church would be able to do this well. Strategically, we'd be able to bless all of the areas that we want to bless, and that this would go well. And finally, I want us to pray that there would be a legacy that's laid down by this event. There's not just a hit and run in terms of we go for 2 days and we bless many and then we go and they forget who we are. But actually, we begin to build a legacy so that when we do get the building there, the City Church has a name of, oh, they're the church that loves to help people. Oh, the City Church, they came and they blessed me by painting my house. So I'd love us to pray for those three things, that God would really use Love Canterbury to shape and to bless this city, this region, and that both the Canterbury site and the Whitstable site, we would get involved in this. We would be a people that live out what we believe. So why don't you pray for that now as a group? Thank you so much for what you're doing. Let's keep praying. Well, guys, thank you for praying into these three things. Remember Rod and George as they move. Next Sunday is their last Sunday, so remember to pray for those guys over this week of wider prayer. And also remember Kevin Lids as they start to pioneer, looking to move in July as well. And we're so excited about Love Canterbury coming up. So have a great week, enjoy your times, and we'll see you on Friday and Saturday for Love Canterbury or on Sunday at church. See you later.